All right, we're gonna go over something that you should probably know about. Took me a while to figure this one out, but let's save anybody else out from learning this the hard way. You may have a gas leak with your machine right now, and you don't even know it. These things are super common, so what we're gonna go over today is called a leak test. Anytime I'm building a machine from scratch, or I'm switching over some hardware or something like that, it's a great time to do a leak test. Even if you have a gas leak, you can still actually be welding without knowing there is a problem. So this is just a great habit to get into when you set something up. So I'm gonna get some help from some other example here. Let me see. All right, here we go. I have a 3-year-old boy. This is one of his buddies. He named it BofA. I don't know where that name came from. He's 3. Anyway, we got BofA from the fair. He was doing jumps on the trampoline with them. Yay! And all of a sudden, BofA started to look a little floppy. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a leak test. I'm gonna show you how to find one. First off, let's blow it up. All right, there we go. We got our subject on the table here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a mixture of dish soap and water. Any kind of dish soap works, whatever you use, as long as it makes super bubbles, you're all good. You're gonna make a water mixture of this stuff, which is predominantly soap. The idea of what we're gonna do here is we're gonna spray it or apply it onto something. You can see here, I'm basically using a paintbrush and I'm painting it on different things. So right here, I'm painting it on the alien BofA. We can kind of go along. And the idea of what we're doing here is we're looking for bubbles. Real easy to find a leak right away doing it this way. Now, obviously, if you have a large bucket or something like that, you can dunk your components into it, see if there's a leak there. But when you got a whole line of hose or something like that, or something back of the machine or something on your bottle, it's not always easy to get that into a bucket. So that's why I personally prefer using a paintbrush or something like that. You can paint it on the fittings, anything like that. Now, one thing you want to be careful of is when you're painting it on fittings inside your torch, if you accidentally step on the pedal, this can give you a shock if your hands are wet. So be sure, don't touch the metal components. But all you're doing is you're just painting this stuff on pretty thick, and then as you've got your gas running, you can step on the pedal and you can basically look out for bubbles. It's gonna show you right away. So here we go, we're painting it on BofA. We can find out right away, there's the leak right there. It's super blatant, super obvious to see. Probably the easiest way to check your stuff. Like I said, you can check all the fittings up at your regulator. You can check your gas fitting into the machine. It's super common, especially after machines have been used for a while. If there's Teflon tape on the threads or stuff like that, it forms a leak once in a while. It's not a big deal. If you catch it right away, you can take care of it. It's not gonna be a problem. If you have a braided hose like this, sometimes leaks can form at any point on this. Again, you can dunk it into a bucket of water. That works fine. Or you can just paint this stuff on it as well in areas that you might think it might be leaking from, and boom, you're gonna find your problem pretty quick. All right, so it looks like our little buddy is all good now. Super glue to the rescue. So setting up a machine from scratch and getting going without checking out these 3 really important things might leave you with results that could keep you stuck and unfortunately not getting the results you want. I just did this episode here. This is a really important episode. This is gonna get you going with understanding what settings are most important and a demonstration on how to set them up properly. Go watch that episode next. It's gonna help you out. My name is Dusty, Phil and Chill. We will talk soon. Peace.